I'm curious. Who do you think out of all the announced Republicans is the least destructive? Like, putting aside whether or not they can win, like, who's the least destructive to you?
Trump.
Because I don't know.
Trump.
All?
You
Trump.
think Trump?
Yeah, I
You
do.
said
If he
all
won,
the
you
announced,
mean he's
like,
the least
that's
destructive?
including
Yes,
Christie,
yes.
right?
Think about what is Trump's legacy as president? Those 3 Supreme Court justices. That's strictly stroke of
the
luck.
corporate tax
You
rate
think,
too.
he's
That-
the least,
that-
you think Trump
that-
is the least destructive?
Yes, I do. Of all those
Oh.
guys, absolutely,
Oh,
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Oh, you weren't an immigrant.
Even least,
from
like,
immigration. I was. It hit.
What he does
crazy.
culturally, though, I think is not.
Oh
always
well, yeah.
taken
I'm
into
talking
consideration, right?
strictly. I'm talking strictly politics.
I think Chris Christie is
In terms of that, I
We-
probably agree.
Well, again, because
Yeah.
I'm thinking Chris Christie. If we're
I was going to
talking
say Chris
everybody
Christie.
it's obviously Chris
Yeah.
Christie.
Mhm.
And Chris Christie will get down. Trust me, Chris Christie they got rid of what you call it. Cash bail got abolished in New Jersey in 2014 under Chris Christie. He will do some slick shit, some slick progress, because they ain't paying no attention to him about it. You know what I mean? Chris Christie is the least destructive of them all. You know why? Because Chris Christie is a petty little gremlin. He is too busy doing in-party shit, like trying to get niggas back. He always trying to get his lick back on somebody for something else. He's busy. He loves Republican violence.
Yeah, but think about how Christie was able to shut down the bridge. Imagine what he could do if he was president. I mean, the dude's petty as
DeSantis
hell.
I honestly believe DeSantis was forged in hell. There's no doubt in my mind. Look at my face. I'm so serious. Like, DeSantis is a scary prospect. He gives me. I am the warden of the prison of Azkaban. That's what he gives me. I don't like that. That doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what shit he does? He does.
Well, you know, he
of-
oversaw torture at Guantanamo Bay as a
He's a
former
snitch.
JAG officer. So,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
that's right up his alley. Like,
He was
Yeah.
a torture whisperer.
Yes. He's very scary. He's a scary man.
Yeah.
Hey.
When they were playing good cop, bad cop, he was the bad cop doing torture. I mean, the man
By
is
choice.
pure evil. Yeah, by choice. He
Yeah.
is pure evil. I think he's a sociopath, probably.
And he don't crack
yeah,
jokes.
I
And he don't
fear
crack
if he were to
jokes.
get
anybody
White
that's
House.
wicked and don't crack jokes is a scary person. Like, that means they don't take their eye off the prize. Like, I haven't seen that nigga giggle once. He just be, I woke up to do bad. I'm here to do evil shit. Like, I'm committed. Like, invested. I think DeSantis is very scary. I think Chris Christie is it for me.
Yeah, I'll
see
accept
the,
Christie. I agree with the Christie one in a sense. For me, I just think, you know, Trump he just can't get anything done. He's not an operator like any of those guys. Like, Christie will make deals. He'll cut deals. He'll be able to work with the Republicans to to pass whatever they'd want. Trump couldn't do that.
what about Tim Scott?
It's not about the deals, though. The
he's
MAGA Republicans are rallied around the far right in this country, are rallied around whiteness. Whiteness is a contract, white supremacy, and that. What they are interested in is rhetoric. What is being mobilized is all the hate, is all the division. We see that. That's why Elon Musk want to take over Twitter. We see all these different things. We know that that's what it's really about, and Trump gives them that. If that's what you truly want, they get that. They get that in emboldenment. So that's what they think they want from him more than they want policy or any of that stuff. I think they want wickedness in rhetoric, and they want to be. They want to feel stoked to climb the walls of the Capitol. That's what they're looking to do. And they're like, next time.
Right, but those things hurt Republicans with the vast majority of American people. Yes. So, but like Christie, he'll get in. He'll put that sheen on the Republican Party. Maybe he won't openly be as extreme as a Trump would, but he'll put that sheen on Republicans to make them look normal, and then they'll pass some of the most horrible shit you could ever imagine. Like, I'm not saying this as a defense because I like Trump or think he's a good guy. I'm saying this because he is so bad at being president and actually like working with other people that I think him as president means the least bad shit will get done.
Is this?
I do have this clip from Christie. I'm curious if you guys think this will have any impact at all on Republican voters. I'm going to say no.
Is this
but
recent?
Chris Christie.
Yes, this is after he announced. So he's going after Trump, and like he's not holding back
right now. From Batman.
Let me tell you something, everybody. The grift from this family is breathtaking. It's breathtaking. Jared Kushner and Ivanka Kushner walk out of the White House and months later get $2 billion from the Saudis. $2 billion from the Saudis. You think it's because he's some kind of investing genius? Or do you think it's because he was sitting next to the President of the United States for 4 years doing favors for the Saudis? That's your money. That's your money he stole and gave it to his family. know what that
Oh,
makes
yeah.
us? A banana republic. That's what it makes us. So he may get 30% again. I'm not sure. Maybe he'll get more. Maybe he'll get less. But let me tell you what he'll know in 2024 that he had no idea of in 2016. He's in for a fight to get it.
If I'm very honest, if I put the hater in my soul away, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like as an orator, as a litigator, that's a good job. Like whether or not it won't move the needle of fucking them people didn't give a fuck. No one gives a fuck. No one at all.
Yeah,
they didn't give a fuck. Anyone who said no one gives a fuck. But that's a good job, just objectively, because it's him and that's how the world is. It's because it's Christie doing it. No one gives a fuck. But if that was on billions, it would be moving.
He lost all of his cachet. He's a nobody now, especially in the Republican Party. He's.
I totally forgot about him.
He's got nothing that they're looking for. Also, that speech, while you might think it's good, it's bullshit. The dude worked for the Trump administration. Talk about literal Jared Kushner was cutting deals with the Saudis when he was sitting beside the president. Yeah, you were sitting right next to them too. He was the chair of their opioid commission. Great job, Chris Christie.
You were in the room the whole time.
Right. Yeah, and then he turned down offers. Like he was offered Secretary of like Homeland Security or something like that, and another thing, and he turned it down not because he didn't want to work for the Trump administration, because he was holding out for the AG position. He wanted to be Attorney General.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I feel like that's one of the reasons. I feel like Christie is actually there to just attack Trump. I honestly feel like he's there to clear a way for Ron DeSantis, because as much as we know Ron DeSantis is evil, he is the establishment pick. And Chris Christie, if he's nothing else, he's still establishment. He may not be, popular amongst the popular side of the Republican Party, but he still has enough pull in the establishment to be able to go in there and do exactly that. Because everyone knows Christie doesn't stand a snowball's chance in hell, just like anyone else. But he is really good at getting into the mud like Donald Trump. So if anybody on the debate stage could actually kind of handle Trump in that way, it would be Christie.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll get in some, he'll get some good knocks on Trump on the debate stage, but Trump will like that's the thing though. Chris Christie, his lane is being the bully, but he just happened to jump into the presidential race in 2016 when the biggest bully of them all decided to run, Donald Trump, and then you're no longer like. You're not the big bully if Trump's there with you. You're just going to be the second fiddle to him. It's impossible to outdo Trump as the bully.
But Trump is weak now. Trump is extra weak now, so he's a bully, but he's a wounded shark. So I think that they smell blood in the water.
Trump will just turn to him during the debate and call him fat, and the crowd will laugh. And then that'll be the end of Chris Christie. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's exactly.
They will laugh.
Yeah,
it's a good
Chris Christie will.
It's going to be.
Chris Christie will try to come up with some he'll deliver a zinger that he spent all-nighters trying to come up with, and he'll hit Trump with it. The crowd will be like, "Oh!" and then Trump will just look at him and say he's fat, and that's it. Chris Christie will be laughed off the stage. The end.
So he's already done that. Let me find this clip. I saw this. So Christie was on CNN, and here, this is part of their interview.
In response to you running, ran a rather mocking video on social media. But there it is. It's you. I guess he's making fun of your weight.
Oh wow!
So stupid.
That's so lo-fi.
Yeah.
What did you make of that? What was your response to that?
When I saw Jake, it just renewed in my own mind what a child he is. He's
yeah.
a baby.
See. Pause it.
You can't run defense.
That's not gonna play on the stage.
It's never gonna work.
Trump's gonna call him a name, and he's gonna go, us mature adults up here won't be listening to this baby talk. And the crowd's gonna go, boo! Trump!
Yeah. There's those people are lost. Like this I guess it's like a different conversation, but can you ever get those people back? Is 30% of the country just gone forever? Like, are their brains just mush now? Is that it?
Oh, because of MAGA? Like, just because the whole MAGA movement?
They're gone. Yeah.
I do think that I do think that number is smaller, because I do think there's a difference between people who just go out and vote in a general election, and then like the hardcore. Like whatever the primary numbers are for the Republican primary, that's the Republicans that are gone. General election Republicans, I mean, it still sucks that they're probably still not great people that they're voting for Trump or whoever is the Republican, but I don't think they're the same, because a lot of people go out and vote in a general election who just don't pay attention to politics at all, and they'll maybe vote based on like who their uncle or next door neighbor told them was a good candidate. It's just how it is. And bless those people who aren't in a political bubble. I am jealous.
Did y'all see the AI video that came out today that all the right wingers are like losing their minds over?
I didn't see it yet, but I heard that it was basically of Trump hugging Dr. Fauci, right? And DeSantis released this.
Okay, I'll see if I can.
That's controversy in the Republican primary. A fake video of Trump hugging Fauci.
Oh my God!
But I was surprised to see that they actually care about that, at least that much integrity, right? Like I don't even know how to accept the fact that the Republicans are offended by someone doing something nefarious. Like this is what you all do. So.
You know what? We talked about this earlier in the majority report. I don't remember if it was Matt Leck or Brandon Sutton or Emma who said this, but I do think this is the case. Look at the people who came out and made a big deal over these stupid AI generated images of Trump hugging and kissing Fauci. It was like Tim Pool and a bunch of those other guys.
Yeah, Tim Pool lost shit over it.
But here's the thing, and this is what they mentioned. I think this is exactly it. They see DeSantis is not taking off, and instead of having to deal with that and admitting that this is not the guy, they're using this completely irrelevant, unimportant AI imagery thing to jump ship. Wow. And this gives them the perfect out to fucking drop DeSantis and go back home to Daddy Trump.
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're all fired. All four are fired. You're fired. I didn't want you fired. Today I walk in, I hear I'm going to fire him. I'm not firing him. I think he's a wonderful guy.
Should you have fired Fauci?
So a lot of people ask me that question, and I did it right. Because if you do fire him, you're going to have a firestorm on the left again.
Why did you feel unable to fire Fauci?
First of all, you're not allowed to.
Every time he goes on television, there's always a bomb. But there's a bigger bomb if you fire him.
Frankly,
some of those
you can't win that one. If I would have done it, I would have taken heat. Win that one.
You're fired.
So these are the photos that
they freaked out over. That is very disingenuous, because I thought that the whole thing would be like AI, so but if you don't know it's AI, then I mean, they look fake, but a boomer Republican is going to see this and not think anything about it, so yeah, this is very deceitful.
I also think some are real. If I'm not wrong, some are real and some are fake. Like,
the fake ones are upper left-hand side, the bottom middle, and the bottom right-hand side. Yes, the ones where Trump is planting a smooch on Fauci. Yes, those are the ones that aren't real.
It's also really poorly done. Anyone else look at this and be like their social media team, when they announced, they wrote out their social media team, Christina Pashaw and all of them really kind of try to act as though they were the vanguard of social media and memes. And this is really low quality. So if they weren't going to jump ship for any other reason, it's like their social media team really, really sucks, because that wasn't even worth the headache that they're going to get from this now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the DeSantis campaign is really bad on literally every level, like in terms of the preparation, the launch, the candidate.
That's his whole platform right now. It's like, what do you offer? Well, I defeated wokeness. That's it. It's like, how did you what?
Also, how many Republicans? Listen, I still get the whole lockdown thing is a big deal to Republicans, and I get the whole COVID measures and how look what we had to do, and all that stuff. But how many Republicans actually still care about Fauci, specifically Fauci? This is such a small, focused issue, and also like the video starts with strongman Trump. Like, that's how they're opening this video. Trump saying, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired to a bunch of people. Like, that's not a good attack ad. Like, you got to get to halfway through the video to get to their point. Yeah.
That part. And one other thing real quick is what's so sad about this is that Ron DeSantis is this evil and this bad. He is actually outpositioning Trump on issue. Trump is actually right. When we break this down, no matter how people try to change the narrative, Fauci did what was needed at the time. They're trying to attack him now in retrospect, for what we did, that we did for COVID-19. The entire world is trying to say to us that was wrong and we shouldn't have done it at all, particularly Ron DeSantis' campaign, to the point where Donald Trump has had to defend even the vaccine. So it just feels completely insane that Donald Trump has a rational position on the vaccine just by accident, by the fact that Ron DeSantis is trying to attack him on it. It's wild.
It feels like we're living in the Twilight Zone.
No one gives a fuck about you.
The upside down.
Unfortunately, most of this country doesn't even give a fuck about the fact that we're still in a pandemic. They don't give a fuck about Fauci. No one cares. No one cares. I think DeSantis' original strategy made sense before, if Trump would have respected that he's not supposed to be running for president, right? Like, in a normal world, I understand what Ron DeSantis was trying to do. He was trying to get like that MAGA Trump base, and he kind of had them at first on being as alt-right as possible by doing all this wicked shit, but by having a very muted persona, so that the larger, public and the moderates and the centrists and the people who could be swayed and stuff would go for him. And if Trump would not be around here acting like going on tour doing foolishness, he would be, if it weren't for them meddling Trumps, he would be fine. So I think that's what happened. That's what fucked up his strategy. And unfortunately, instead of switching up and realizing he needs to be charismatic and he needs to go big or go home, instead he's getting with losers like Elon Musk and still trying to play to like that alt-right internet world. And no one gives a fuck about them. No one cares about the Twitter blue Elon Musk battle in the real fucking world, you moron. Twitter space, you dumb dummy. Like, what are you doing, dummy? Dummy, get a PR person, idiot.
Both the ads, by the way, like Donald Trump's ad and DeSantis' ad, they're both about emasculation. Like, I've seen in both directions. I think that's going to be like a constant thing. And Trump was huge on that. Like, I never thought we'd see the day where like people are comparing the size of their dicks in a presidential election, but we're there now. Like, that's just like this huge theme they love to do on the right.
I think we've been there
that
for a
was
while,
2016,
wasn't
it? That's
running,
debate moment.
Yeah,
that's running for president in general.
That's
been since the beginning of time.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Okay, I forgot about that myself. Wow.
There's no problem down there. I can guarantee it.
Right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, God, man. I hate this country so much.
I hate this timeline, bro. Like, this timeline we're in is wild.